Imagine this. Every morning, you grab that warm slice of bread, spread a soft layer of butter, take a bite, and move on with your day. Simple, right? But what if that tiny habit, that bread and butter moment, is doing something to your body that you don't even realize? Today, we're digging into what really happens when you eat bread with butter every single day. And trust me, the answer isn't as obvious as you think. Bread and butter is one of the oldest, simplest comfort foods on the planet. It's cheap, it's easy, and honestly, it tastes amazing. From breakfast tables to late-night snacks, almost everyone has had this combo at some point. But here's the thing, simple foods aren't always simple for your body. Bread isn't just bread. Butter isn't just butter. The way these two ingredients affect your energy, your digestion, your weight, and even your mood might surprise you. And since so many people eat bread with butter daily, sometimes without even thinking about it, this little habit is worth breaking down. Not to scare you, not to lecture you, just to help you understand what's happening inside your body so you can make choices that actually feel good. So let's walk through it, step by step. And don't worry, this isn't going to be some complicated science lesson. We're keeping it simple, real, and totally relatable. Ready? Let's go. Point 1. Your energy might spike. Then dip. Let's start with the most obvious thing bread does. It gives you quick energy. Bread, especially white bread or soft sandwich bread, is mostly simple carbs. Your body turns those carbs into sugar pretty fast. That means a quick burst of energy. A little wake-up call, but that burst doesn't last long. Think of it like lighting a match. It flares up bright, then burns out quickly. That's why so many people feel hungry again an hour after eating toast. If you pair bread with butter, the butter's fat does slow things down a bit, so the crash isn't as dramatic. But for most folks, that mid-morning slump still hits. Have you ever had breakfast at 7:30 and then, like clockwork, at 9:45 you're starving again? Yeah, that's the bread and butter effect. Point 2. It can actually help with feeling full. But only if the bread is right. Butter contains fat, and fat helps your body feel full. It's one of the reasons people love butter. It adds richness and satisfaction. If you eat plain toast, you may feel hungry again super fast. But toast with butter? You might stay fuller a bit longer because fat takes more time to digest. But there's a twist. If your bread is low in fiber, like regular white bread, then the butter doesn't fully save you. Fiber is what keeps your stomach busy. It slows digestion. It helps your blood sugar stay more stable. It gives your body something to work on. So if you're eating whole grain bread with real butter, you'll feel fuller and more satisfied. If you're eating soft white bread with butter, it's delicious, but not very filling. Point 3. Your digestion can change, for better or worse. Here's where it gets interesting. Bread affects digestion depending on the type you choose. Whole wheat bread, rye bread, sourdough, those usually give you helpful fiber. Fiber is like your digestive system's best friend. It cleans things out, keeps things moving, and helps your gut stay healthy. Butter, on the other hand, contains something called butyrate, and that's good for your gut lining. Your body actually loves small amounts of butyrate. So bread with butter can support digestion, but only when the bread has fiber. If you're eating low-fiber bread every day, though, you may feel bloated, constipated, or slow. Your stomach may feel heavy after meals, and if you're adding butter on top of that, the combo can feel even heavier for some people. Point 4. You might gain weight, but it depends on your portions. Let's be real. Bread gives you carbs. Butter gives you fat. Combine them, and you get calories. Simple as that. Eating bread with butter every day doesn't automatically mean you'll gain weight. What matters is how much bread you're eating, how thick your butter spread is, what else you're eating during the day, how active you are. If you're having one slice a day with a thin spread, it's probably not a big deal. But if you're having 3 slices with thick butter, plus other carb-heavy meals later, yeah, that can add up fast. Bread and butter isn't the enemy. Portion size is. Point 5. Your heart health can shift depending on the butter. Here's where things get real, but we'll keep it simple. Butter contains saturated fat. Saturated fat isn't bad, but too much of it can affect your cholesterol. Eating a small amount daily isn't usually a big issue. But if you're spreading butter like frosting, yeah, your cholesterol may start creeping up over time. Some people switch to things like grass-fed butter, ghee, olive oil spread, avocado spread. These have different types of fats that can support heart health better. Bread plays a role too. Whole grains are heart-friendly. White bread doesn't have the same benefits. So if you're eating white bread plus a lot of butter equals not the best combo. Long-term whole grain bread plus light butter equals much more balanced. Point 6. You might feel more satisfied emotionally. Food isn't just fuel, it's emotional. Bread with butter is warm, nostalgic, calming, predictable, comforting. A lot of people grew up eating it. Toast with butter reminds them of home. A warm roll at dinner. It's like a hug. Eating foods that make you feel good emotionally isn't a bad thing. Just don't rely on food for comfort all the time. But yes, eating bread with butter every day can actually make you feel comforted, relaxed, and emotionally satisfied. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's balanced. Point 7. Your skin might react. This one surprises people. Some folks notice their skin gets more oily, breaks out more, or becomes irritated when they eat a lot of dairy or refined carbs. That doesn't mean bread or butter is bad. It just means some bodies react differently. If you notice breakouts around your cheeks or chin, try switching to whole grain bread or reducing dairy for a week or two. Sometimes small changes make a big difference. Point 8. You get quick comfort, calories, but not always nutrition. Bread and butter can keep you going, but it's not exactly a nutrient powerhouse. White bread has very little fiber, very few vitamins, mostly simple carbs. Butter has vitamin A, vitamin K2 in grass-fed butter. Healthy fats when eaten in moderation, but if bread and butter is a big part of your diet, you might still be missing nutrients like protein, magnesium, vitamin C, potassium. So enjoy it, but try to mix in eggs, veggies, fruits, or lean protein during the day. So, what actually happens if you eat bread with butter every day? Here's the surprising truth. It's not the bread. It's not the butter. It's the type you choose and the portion you eat. Eating bread with butter daily is neither amazing nor terrible. It's a neutral habit that can lean healthy or unhealthy depending on whole grain versus white bread, thin spread versus thick spread, 1 slice versus 3 slices, real butter versus processed spreads, active lifestyle versus sitting all day. If you choose whole grain bread, use a small amount of quality butter, and eat a balanced diet the rest of the day, you're totally fine. If you choose white bread with thick butter and eat it several times a day, yeah, that's when small daily habits can add up. The big reveal? Bread with butter isn't the problem. Your pattern is. Daily habits are powerful, but they can be shaped in a way that works for you instead of against you. So what really happens when you eat bread with butter every day? Here's the quick breakdown. You get quick energy, but it may crash later. You stay fuller if your bread has fiber. It can help digestion or slow it down. You might gain weight if you overdo it. Your heart health depends on your butter choices. Emotionally, it's comforting and satisfying. Your skin may react depending on your body. It gives you calories, not always nutrients. Bread with butter isn't good or bad. It's all about balanced portions and picking the right kind. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more simple, everyday health guides like this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more easy health videos, share this with a friend who loves bread and butter. Drop a comment below. And here's the question of the day. Do you eat bread with butter every day? And if you do, what kind of bread is your go-to? Whole grain? Sourdough? White? Something fancy? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one.